rest up, and refresh. And for fast refreshment, there's just nothing like a frosty bottle of Coca-Cola.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to my apartment tour. Some of you might have seen my old one in Seattle, but this is my new apartment in Tacoma. It's pretty nice. Maybe the only downside is that I'm not next to all of the fancy places I once was, like I was in Seattle. But here's the decor. That little coat rack. What's nice is there's a lot more storage in this apartment and space. This is an IKEA shoe cabinet. What's cool about this is it didn't come with these little things right here. I actually installed them myself from Amazon. Let me focus that. And I'm gonna add a nice touch. I'm gonna get some black hooks right here to put additional things. Scarf, even though it's the summer, and in here is just like a bunch of hats. Here's the bedroom. Yeah, the bedroom is all right. What I don't like about it is basically there's no windows, as you can tell. There's like a vent here and a vent there. This one doesn't actually have any airflow, positive or negative pressure. It's just literally a hole covered by a vent. But I think this one is constantly pushing air in, but I'm not positive. What kind of sucks is they put the Wi-Fi box in here, and this apartment is EPON, which apparently means that I have to use a modem supplied from the internet provider, which is Xfinity, which sucks because I usually have my own modem and router. Here's me, my little mirror. This is from Target. It's like 25 bucks, maybe less than that. I wanted a mirror and I didn't want to spend a lot of money, and so this was perfect. Also super lightweight, so this is being held on by command strips. Oh, I'll go ahead and show this painting, which I thrifted. I think I'm gonna try to flip this. It's really nice. If I can focus that. This collection of Harborview Medical Center. So this might actually be a one of a kind, to be honest. I think I could flip it for maybe 3 times the price, but I'll see. Here's a little stand. It just has some alcohol, some sugar, syrups for coffee. The vacuum isn't supposed to be here. I just have it here because I've been cleaning. I'm actually keeping track of my receipts, and that's because I'm trying to budget and I want to see how much I actually spend versus how much I think I spend on food and other necessities. This one I made in school. It was during a event, a fraternity event, where it's basically paint night. We were all supposed to draw a flower or paint a flower, but I went my own creative direction. I don't really know what it is. It looks kind of depressing though, if you ask me. This stuff is on wheels, that's on wheels. This island right here is also on wheels. Let me change my, okay. So, yeah, movable island. I'm gonna get some bar stools right here, which is gonna look kind of nice. I was gonna get some from Facebook Marketplace, found some nice set, but the person wasn't responding to me, and so I just got a pair off Amazon. Refrigerator. I got these Mario magnets, which I thought are pretty cool. They're not very strong, You need multiple to hold whatever it is you're trying to hold, but yeah. I really like the counter space, including the island. This is definitely a lot more than what I had in my previous apartment. Little cool gadget right here. After I wash dishes, I like to squeeze the sponge just so that it doesn't basically get all smelly. And the next question is, where do you put the sponge? A lot of people put it in the sink, but then it gets wet again. You put it up here, but then, you know, that gets dirty, sort of. And so I got this off Amazon. It uses suction cups. I wanted one with magnets, but apparently there aren't any like on Amazon. Maybe that's a design idea, but it wouldn't be hard, really. Just neodymium magnets, have something to like hold it and then attach it. But I don't know. Here's a DeLonghi espresso machine, sorry about that, for those coffee enthusiasts. This grinder costs more than an espresso machine. It's a really nice grinder, didn't need it, but I really like it because my old roommate had this and it was such a pleasure to use. My mom got this for me. I used to buy coffee all the time, but this is nice. And before that, I actually had a French press, which I am having trouble finding, but you can believe me on that one. Dishwasher, I've had dishwashers before. A lot of the times I would use them as a drying rack just because, you know, where else am I gonna put the dishes to wash? I could also put the dirty dishes here and constantly use the dishwasher. I just am looking for more and more ways to save money, I guess. All right, now we're in my living room area, and this is my snake plant. A lot of people, for some reason, don't know this, but snake plants don't like direct sunlight. Try to find them in a corner that has light in it, but isn't direct sunlight. Behind this is basically a collage of like Picasso paintings or drawings, and this is from IKEA. It's all beat up and broken. Had it for many years. I just thought it looked cool. Can't really find any more, so I haven't gotten rid of it, and I thought it looked cool. Here's my couch from IKEA as well. Actually, almost everything here is from IKEA. Yeah, it's not very comfy. It's $169. I think it's called the Love Seat. I don't know, something like that. But I don't recommend it unless you don't care about having a couch, you just want some decor. And yeah, it looks nice, it's just not comfortable. Here is my air conditioner, Black Decker. It's nice, I like this. It also points outside so that it doesn't actually, so it can shunt the hot air somewhere. Had this for a couple of years. I think it's great. It can easily cool down a room of this size. I lived in a studio before and it had no problem doing that. It doesn't reach the bedroom like I showed you over there, but you know, at least it'll cool this area, which will be the hottest of the room, at least in the afternoon, because of these windows. And then later at night, as the hot air disperses, then it goes to my bedroom, which is annoying. All right, books. I have quite a bit of books. Some of them I haven't read. Some of them people gave to me, both as jokes and out of seriousness. For example, this one is, I don't know, homosexuality and literature. I don't know if I'll ever read that book. Maybe I will, just out of curiosity since I have it. This one, somebody really tried to convert me to being a Christian, and then they gave me this. It's kind of hard for me to say no. A couple of my favorite books are not here, but right now this is my favorite book, just because it's so applicable to what I do. Another book that I'm reading right now called A Random Walk Down Wall Street, the 13th edition. So it talks about at least COVID, it mentions COVID in there, and I think it's pretty interesting. Pothos plant, starting to really grow down there. fake plant. I don't know what this is called. It's definitely weird. Looks like something out of SpongeBob, but yeah. I had another plant right here, but it was so hard to take care of and it would always like shed its dry leaves, so I got rid of it. So I'll figure out. Also, my friend dropped this little pot thing, and so that's why it's chipped right there. All right, now we're in my office area. It's a very short tour because I don't really have a lot of stuff. Anyways, this is where I spend most of my time. That is my Swiss cheese plant, or Monstera. I have a whiteboard right here, which just reminds me to stay mechanical, meaning like all of my trading decisions aren't based on subjective opinion, but research and what has been shown to work. This is just a diversified portfolio in the case of, let's say the SPY goes down, maybe bonds might not be as affected because of not a one-to-one correlation. I don't know what the exact number is, but this is basically so that if one sector of the market does bad, your whole portfolio doesn't fall. However, there is this thing where when the VIX, or the volatility index, rises beyond a certain point, basically all markets and indexes are screwed. And so that's where trading small, trading often, and basically trading based on the VIX level can sustain you in the long term. Make sure that you don't die to those outlier moves or black swan events. Okay, enough about that. Watch collection. I currently have 8 watches. 1 on my wrist, Max Bill Young Hands. I've wanted this watch since high school, and I decided to pull the trigger about a year ago. I love this watch. Another watch that I want, it's German, is a Nomos, which my old roommate has, but I will wait and budget to get that later. Some of these watches are gifts. Other watches I've just got off the third party or from somebody else. And most of them are below $1,000, so they're not like expensive. This one is $7,400. This one's a gift though. Everything else pretty cheap, but super nice in my opinion. So, and I said 8 watches. So the other watches are here. This is the Casio F91W Classic, and I use it all the time when I go to the gym. I have it here because sometimes when I'm doing stuff, I don't like to keep my, what do you call it? Like taskbar open. Like I put it to the side, and so that it pops up when I move my cursor there. And so I don't always see the time. And it really is too much of an effort to slam my cursor to the side. So I just like, look at this. It's kind of like my desk clock. Google Home, wireless charger, some other stuff. And next, this chair. This is also a really nice microphone, $35 or so, $33. And I think it's really good. It was supposed to be like the best budget microphone. It's comparable to a HyperX, which is like $120 or something like that. So good deal. I'm not an audiophile or anything, so I couldn't tell you if it's actually worth it. I think it is, but this is my chair. I've had this since like high school time, and it's stuck around since. It's a really good quality chair, I would say. I think I could probably use this for the rest of my life. The arms aren't here because I took them off. They're not adjustable, so they're a little bit awkward for my body type. And so I find a lot more comfort with just having no arms at all. I use that thing right there to just prop my legs on when I'm doing stuff. Backpack, which I really like. Those headphones, the OGs, they're really old. But this backpack, I think it's like $150. super high quality. It looks more like a hiking backpack, but I wanted one that would basically last me for the rest of my life. And based on the reviews, this is it. I've had this for like 8 years, and it kind of still looks the same way I got when I first got it. So maybe that can kind of stand for how well built it is. Like this thing right here, I pull on this so often, and this thing can get so heavy, and I don't see any wear or tear. Like, I really like this backpack. But yeah, also from IKEA, by the way, if you were wondering, looks cool. You turn them on by like pressing this button down here, and yeah. I think of it more as an art piece versus utility, but it is quite useful when you don't want to turn on these super harsh lights in the middle of the night. This one especially is super bright. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and drink my Earl Grey, which I do in the mornings, and then drink the chamomile at night so that it can help me go to bed better. Also from Amazon, by the way. Just type in asymmetrical or blob coffee table. I think it was like 40 bucks. I don't know. Everything here is cheap, except that chair, yes. I will upgrade to better furniture when I make more money. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope to upload more videos. Peace.